So the thing, like with we're talking about theta and T fuel, and you know, like think about the basic attention token, all that stuff. Have you seen the movie Wally?
Wally?
Wally, yeah, but the little
How's
it's
that cartoon robot or something?
yeah, it's about the Pixar. Earth has ended because we trashed the Earth, and there's just this little guy named Wally cleaning up the Earth now because everything else has failed.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of really fat people on a ship, and all they do is like consume entertainment all day, right? They lay in beds. They don't even get out of their bed anymore because they're too fat to walk.
Wow.
And so, like when I go into like T Fuel and basic attention token, I'm like, people are worried about like automation taking their jobs, and it's
Yeah.
like this is the next thing. Our attention is going to be tokenized, and we're going to get paid for the things that we pay attention to. So
Yeah, that's a good. It's like the Brave browser, man. You're a
yeah,
fan of that. You use that. Basic attention token is what it stands for.
or
See, now we're talking about theta. Can I pull that thing up?
yeah, pull it up. We'll call this the after hours.
This will this will explain it better than I can. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Give her a listen.
Technology today is amazing, but somehow streaming quality and load times are still terrible. Everyone has a computer with extra bandwidth to spare, especially when a machine's not being used. And now you can make money by putting that bandwidth to use thanks to Theta Token. Here's how it works. When you're watching your favorite streamer or when you're asleep, Theta Client will tap into your extra bandwidth to relay video streams to local viewers. They'll enjoy improved stream quality and loading times while you earn Theta tokens. The more you deliver, the more you earn. With your tokens, you can send donations to your favorite streamers, unlock premium content, and buy and gift virtual items. Theta is a new blockchain built by Sliver TV, a leading esports live streaming startup based in Silicon Valley that has raised more than $17 million in venture financing, has over 2 million users, and is growing quickly. Theta completed a $20 million private token sale in early 2018 and launched its live testnet in June 2018. 3 weeks after launch, over 300,000 users from 149 different countries have shared video on the Theta testnet. Over 40% bandwidth offloaded, improved quality and reach. All thanks to you, the Theta community. Theta is a native blockchain and open source infrastructure that any partner can build on. Theta Network, next generation video delivery powered by you. Visit us at thetatoken.org.
So I can't help but think, like watching that, all that tokenization, like I said, with automation, worrying about losing your job, whatever. I think that we're going to become a lot of content creators, like on a certain level,
They
like
already have. I mean, look at us. Who the hell would
yeah,
ever thought this?
yeah. You're quiet again. I'm not sure why, but um, think about it. So maybe I'll have a camera running along with me when I'm out planting lettuce, and you'll have a camera with you when you're doing MMA training, right, or whatever you're doing. So
Right.
it's like I don't think that we'll be destitute. I think it's just going to be a lot different. If you told people in 1830 that you'd spend a majority of your time sitting in an office in front of a screen, they'd just be like, that sounds terrible. Well, I think we'll be able to, hopefully, if things go well, I think we'll be able to build the lives that we want, a little easier. So
Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, a lot. I mean, look at us. I mean, who the hell would have thought this?
seriously,
Content creating or whatever.
yeah. Well, you especially, you're like the last guy to get on Facebook. So I was like, you asked me to start a podcast, and I was like, what? He didn't do Facebook. He wants to be like famous. So yeah.
No, I mean, no, I hate this. but but I like I said, I felt a moral obligation to I see all these opportunities, and and you tell 100 people, and you're lucky if one actually pays attention.
I think the other thing that we're doing here is I think this saves us from having to repeat ourselves to people. Like I do have a spiel that I go through, and it is what it is. And I go through the kind of the good side and the bad side of crypto now. I've just started doing that now. But ultimately going to the inevitability, and I can say, oh, and there's this NFT thing, and I'll say, instead of me telling you, here's a video, I'm going to send it to you, that we did.
Yeah.
So I think that's helpful too. But I think
Uh, we gotta get together soon. A lot of people don't know this, but my
we have
co we haven't
haven't
seen each other in like 20 years.
20 years, yeah. So we went a solid 15 without even like talking to each other, because you weren't on Facebook like ever. And I was always, I've been on Facebook since the beginning, but yeah, like we used to hang out all the time and play guitar and do cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I moved away. So
I met. I think we had a small comment exchange on Facebook like 5-6 years ago
yeah,
or whatever. I did. Yeah. I went skydiving, and you commented on the. Yeah, that's right. But that was it, man. In like 20 years, and still now we got all this time together, and still haven't seen you face to face. And
true. It's pretty weird, but I've also found that like the whole pandemic thing has actually got me paying closer attention to my friendships. So, and you know what? It's like, okay, well, if we have to socially isolate or whatever, this is a great tool, because like I don't have to drive to your house. Like we need
Right.
to do that at some point, because I think we should play guitar together again, maybe get
Yeah,
Al
for sure.
down with us. But when he can cross over from the People's Republic of Canada, I don't think they haven't opened the borders up yet, have they?
I have no idea. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, I'll have a talk with Trudeau and we'll make that
I can, if we get desperate, I can run across to St. John. We can get up there. I don't know if we can get back, but
Well, that's the one thing we grew up on the Canadian border, and we used to go to did you ever go to the bars in Canada when you were 18, 19?
yeah.
Yeah. We never had a plan to get back. We always just had a plan to get there. So
You had to be careful because they didn't like you when you're
yeah.
out there. They knew you're on that side of the border. They want to pick a fight with you.
So I'm probably telling stories I shouldn't tell, but I remember one night I went with my cousin and a bunch of friends, and she was with this dude, and I forget which, it was in Grand Falls. I forget what the name of the bar was, but I saw the dude standing up on a chair or something, and then a fight broke out. He was right in the middle of it. And I remember like it was just nastiness for like 5 minutes. And then we all knew we had to get out of there. So we were running for the border. Like, this is probably 1998 or something. We were running
Yeah.
for the border thinking, the RCMP was going to pull us over. So, but I think the RCMP, they aren't as present as we would think that they are. So, yeah.
But moving forward, we'll do. I'm definitely gonna start a Guardian node, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. Maybe if I'll probably just film it on my iPhone or something like that.
Yeah.
Me setting it up. I don't know the best way to do it. I'll probably get you on here while I'm doing
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Yeah, that might be one of those things. Maybe I can run up and film it, and we can make an episode out of that, because I feel like I can film it pretty well, and people would want to see what you're doing. But I don't know. Maybe we could talk about even. I guess you're not like physically plugging things into things, right?
Just setting up a computer,
Okay.
and then I'll go on to the Theta network, and I'll download a Theta wallet, and then we'll start downloading a Guardian node, and that pretty much sets up this process where you have to validate the network. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay.
If we were doing Bitcoin, it'd probably take 10 years with
Right.
that size of a computer, but seems South Theta is pretty new. It won't be too excruciating. And then that's the only downfall is if power goes out and stuff like that, you have to from what I gather, that's the only downfall.
You have to
But
get
they have
evaluated.
yeah, but you can stake, you don't have to have 1,000 Theta.
Right.
It's going to be like the other ones that are going to have these pools, and it's called G pool. And you can stake, you don't have to have 1,000 Theta. You, it's going to be like the other ones that are going to have these pools, and it's called G pool. And it's going to be like the other ones that are going to have these pools, and it's called G pool. So basically somebody starts up a Guardian node. I suppose I probably could do it eventually if I'm running a Guardian node.
Right.
But you got, if the power goes out and I'm not doing, you got a bunch of pissed off people out there that aren't getting nothing for their tokens that they're staking. So I'll have to look into that more and see what that entails. But maybe it's something that should be done. So because I really do have big expectations for this, and maybe I'm doing something really smart.
Well, when you buy your crypto mansion, you'll just have to make sure you have a generator, right?
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Like that first photo that I showed you with the warehouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then I think we should we'll make another NFT.
Okay.
You know, we could film that or something. Maybe I'll try to
If the
do
gas prices
open sea instead of the.
if the gas prices ever come down, we'll have to make these episodes into NFTs, because that kind of in a way copyrights them,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's the ultimate copyright.
But maybe we can use. I would imagine at some point you can use something other than Ethereum to do it too, right? So you don't have to pay the high gas fees. Something will come up eventually.
Everything.
Yeah.
Cardano, DOT, they're all programmed. It's all the same thing. It's like everybody's well, we can do this and you can't, and we can do this better and you can't. They're all programmable. Yeah, I mean, instead of one guy's working on the transmission, these guys are working on the motor, and that, you know what I mean? They all can get there eventually. So I would think that Ethereum can eventually get there. Whether it stays on top is the question. Because
it's a shame that they can't all work together on a different piece of it. You know what I mean? I guess they're probably doing that in their own teams, but it's like if they could all get together and figure out how to make everything talk and work as one, be quite a monsterized thing. So
maybe that is the end game. Maybe Theta just ends up being a piece of Ethereum and Cardano, and they're doing their part. But they all have different visions and different motives and different. I like the Hodgkins guy for the Cardano as far as his view on things. And remember the book that we were, what the hell was that? The Infinite Machine.
Right.
The book on they kind of paint Charles in a negative light a little bit on there to the rest of the group, to the hell's his name, the DOT guy, Wood, Gavin Wood. They got Gavin. He's the lead programmer, and then you got Vitalik Buterin and a couple others, and Charles Hodgkins, and they kind of put Charles to the side.
Here's the thing, like, we have a guy at work, and he is the guy that tends to drag his feet when nobody else is, and he tends to disagree when everybody else agrees. And I think you need people like that to test the metal of whatever it is you're working towards. I think people like that can actually make things better, and they can drive you crazy in the process, but at the same time, it's like, Charlie obviously is a bright dude and, got some serious math skills. So
crazy math skills.
Yeah. So anyway, I got to get going, but been good, and we'll catch you next time.
You got plenty of material to edit and cut.
Yeah, I'll be busy. All right. We'll catch you.